It is Monday, May 8th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Macy Eglund. A Suffolk grand jury could bring criminal charges against CPS workers involved in the Thomas Valva child abuse case. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Where did the breakdown happen here? How did this happen?
Many Long Islanders still asking those questions after the death of Thomas Valva. Now, a Suffolk County grand jury is looking into it. The probe could focus on the actions of Child Protective Services caseworkers, law guardians for the Valva boys, and other officials involved in their care. The subpoena power of this grand jury could potentially lead to a lot more answers regarding what happened to little Thomas before his death and if it could have been prevented.
There were numerous occasions where Child Protective Services were notified of it. They were well aware of what was going on in that home.
Retired State Supreme Court Judge William Condon presided over the Michael Valva trial.
We can never let this happen again.
And says the DA's grand jury investigation is appropriate. The panel has the ability to call key witnesses, including Thomas's siblings or caseworkers, and subpoena CPS documents, which were not seen in the Valva trial. Professor Fred Klein of Hofstra Law School says it could force the truth.
If they are found to have lied, they can be criminally prosecuted for perjury. In New York State, it is not a crime to lie to a police officer or another investigator, but it is a crime to be sworn in to testify in a grand jury and then to purposely lie.
Based on the findings, the grand jury could release a report potentially naming specific people who would be given a chance to respond. The grand jury could also announce indictments.
It would be fairly unique, but it's certainly possible depending upon the facts.
Both Professor Klein and Judge Condon agree it's likely that recommendations will be made to change how the system operates, including adjusting CPS laws or simply calling for more caseworkers.
This is tough work. These people have a very, very difficult job. And if you have a caseload that is too burgeoning and you feel like you can't responsibly handle all of it, sometimes mistakes are made.
It could be months or even a year before we see a grand jury report or possible indictments. These investigations are secret, and Judge Condon says it is a crime for anyone to talk about what's happening inside a grand jury. Thomas's father, Michael Valva, and stepmother, Angela Polina, were both sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. For more on the grand jury investigation, go to our homepage. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Developing now, a hunt for a killer in Newcastle. Police say a 26-year-old man was shot multiple times. This happened last night on State Street in Newcastle. No word yet on a possible motive. The search continues right now for a missing boater in the Great South Bay. Police say the 28-year-old Massapequa man was alone on a speedboat yesterday afternoon when he fell overboard. It happened off Babylon. The Coast Guard and local fire departments are helping police in the search. It's court today for the driver accused of killing two teenagers while driving drunk in Jericho. Police say Amandeep Singh of Roslyn was driving the wrong way on North Broadway last Wednesday night when he slammed into a car full of teens. 14-year-olds Ethan Falkowitz and Drew Hassenbein of Roslyn were killed. Singh has been held without bail since. Investigators say his blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit. We are waiting to see if a grand jury gets the case of a Marine veteran from Long Island seen on a viral video putting a homeless man into a deadly chokehold. Daniel Penny of West Islip could be charged in the death of Jordan Neely. The incident happened on board a Manhattan subway last Monday. Only in Newsday, be sure to watch your speed. A Long Island village has rolled out stop sign cameras. As Newsday TV's Steve Langford reports, it's an effort to crack down on aggressive driving.
The village of Saddle Rock on the north shore of western Nassau County. Population barely 1,000 people. Stop sign cameras, about 3 or 4 of them, for just a quarter square mile of land.
You should not be concerned that somebody is going to run a stop sign and run you over.
Run a stop sign where a camera is mounted in Saddle Rock, and you'll get a $60 ticket in the mail.
We tried every trick in the book. We sent a letter to the residents to beg, plead to comply. We cited a situation where residents were physically harmed, mothers, children, and strollers.
Mayor Dan Levy says village residents were anything but stop sign camera shy.
They came with pitchforks, screaming about people speeding, about people not stopping, about people completely ignoring what's happening around.
Before the cameras went up, the mayor says only 3% of drivers were coming to a complete stop. But $60 tickets changed that, he says.
Within few months, we went from 3% to above 97% compliance, where everybody knows, I better stop.
I don't mind the stop signs. I have to honestly say that. I think it's a safety thing, and nobody, I shouldn't say nobody, a lot of people do not stop on the stop signs.
Some like the cameras, some call them a money grab.
Since what? 3 tickets. About 2 months ago, I got 3 tickets.
If that's what it takes to get people to drive safely, because there are children, people walking, elderly people. So I think it's a good idea.
The mayor won't say how much the stop sign camera ticket program is costing the village, but even if it loses money, he says it's worth it.
This was not a program to generate income. This was a program to enhance the security and safety on these residents.
And the mayor says he hopes if people continue to come to a complete stop at these signs, the village will be able to do away with these cameras. Steve Langford for NewsdayTV.
For more on the stop sign cameras, go to our homepage, click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. A summer hotspot in Nassau is closing up shop. After more than a decade serving seafood specialties, Pop's Seafood Shack and Grill will not reopen this summer. The owner of the indoor-outdoor Island Park restaurant says he sold the business and 4 other lots to a company building wind turbines offshore. Well, the MTV Movie and TV Awards became the first big award show to air during the screenwriter strike. The commercial-heavy broadcast featured past recycled live clips and pre-recorded speeches.
I grew up on MTV, so this means the absolute world to me.
Pedro Pascal accepted the award for Best TV Show for The Last of Us. MTV scrapped the live show after host Drew Barrymore dropped out in solidarity with the Writers Guild of America. Taking a look at sports now, the Knicks are looking to even things up with the Heat. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals is tonight in Miami. The Heat lead the Knicks 2-1. Now, coming up only in Newsday.
When I got the offer, it was so exciting. It's always something like a dream come true.
Meet Sophie Pratt, the standout Long Island gymnast, about to be part of a groundbreaking gymnastics program. Plus,
we are a bunch of boss babe female entrepreneurs. We're all moms. We all just got together and we decided to be a community over competition.
and we're talking to the boss babes. Our Elisa DiStefano shows us the special bond between these women business owners. But first, let's take a look at your hyperlocal weather. Partly cloudy today, highs in the mid-70s this afternoon. Should be another nice day. Tonight, around 50 degrees. Tomorrow, a bit cooler, highs in the low 60s, mostly cloudy. And here's a look at your future cast over the next 48 hours. A look at your 7-day forecast is coming up.
High School Sports is sponsored by PC Richard & Son.
Hi, I'm Greg Sarah. After years of competing at the highest national level in gymnastics, Sophia Pratt of Westbury is ready to make the move into the college ranks. Here's our Carissa Kelman with Sophia.
I feel like I've been doing gymnastics forever. I've literally been doing it since I was 5, and I've just loved it ever since, and I just have such a strong passion for it.
Sophia Pratt wanted to continue that passion for gymnastics in college, but she also wanted to attend an HBCU. a historically black college and university.
I've always wanted to actually go to an HBCU, but that was never an option, so I never really thought it could happen.
Until last year, when Fisk University in Tennessee announced they would be starting the first ever gymnastics team.
When I got the offer, it was so exciting. It's always something like a dream come true.
The Gymnastics Academy where Pratt trains celebrated her commitment with a signing party. When it came time to decide which beam Pratt would be competing on next fall, she says Fisk was the easy choice.
When I got there, I was able to watch a practice with the team, and the camaraderie, the coaches, they were all just so nice, so much fun. I could just totally see myself there. I'm honored to be able to be a part of something so historic and iconic. I'm super excited.
In Deer Park, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Great story. Thanks, Carissa. Our other top performers this week, we'll start with one very talented high school pitcher. Right-hander Josh Noth of Patchogue Medford. He threw his second career perfect game in a 10-0 win over Riverhead. Noth struck out 19 of the 21 batters. He has 82 strikeouts in 30 and a third innings pitched, and he's allowed only 3 hits. He's 6-0. In softball, junior Kiara Bolito of Floyd, she went 4 for 5 and hit a 2-run home run in the Colonials' 5-4 win over Newfield. It was her 5th home run of the season. And in boys lacrosse, senior Joe Battaglia, he had 10 goals and 2 assists to lead Belmont JFK to an 18-11 win over Glen Cove in Nassau Conference B. And in flag football, Olivia Agunzo, she threw for 5 touchdowns and ran for another as Division beat the defending Long Island champion from Belmore Merrick 44-32. Agunzo, she completed 16 passes for 252 yards and ran for another 80 yards. Quite the day. Well, that'll do it for this week's top performers. You can read more about our athletes of the week on our homepage. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Thanks for watching. I'm Greg Sarah.
Only in Newsday, a group of women entrepreneurs are prioritizing community over competition. Newsday TV's Elisa DiStefano and Megan Giannotta introduce us to the Boss Babes of St. James.
They're female-owned small businesses here in St. James working together to make a big impact.
These women are so inspiring, not only to each other, but to business owners everywhere.
All right, can't wait to check them out. Let's go. This group of entrepreneurs collectively call themselves Boss Babes of St. James.
We are a community of female entrepreneurs, and we are all kind of in the same area, and we got together with networking, and we just wanted to be community over competition. It was organically, we all just kind of got together, and when we were together, we realized that there was just so much chemistry between all of us, and we figured that we can do so much together.
The women all own St. James stores, including This and That Gifts. All the farmhouse feels in here.
So many items for the home.
Such fun finds. Cat and mouse photography and soap shop.
The studio is right through there.
And she makes and sells her own soaps too. My Darling Jeans children's clothing.
There's so many fun toys.
And isn't this so sweet? And Gray's Jewelers. What started out as a group of 5 women several months ago is growing. They've already had successful sip and shop events together.
It's just like empowerment. It's just an amazing feeling, and the sense of community is so amazing. And like I said, when you're an entrepreneur and you're by yourself, it can be scary, but when you have this amazing tribe of females, it's just really amazing.
A tribe that's becoming the fabric of the St. James community.
We are all each other's cheerleaders. We are all helping each other. We're all supporting each other.
For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
Great work by those ladies. And for more on the Boss Babes, be sure to go to our homepage. Click Get More right there below the Newsday TV video box.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Macy Egland. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.